Hello, and welcome all. And I really mean all of you because this video is made to be a place for you to be with your whole self, even if maybe you don't want to be with your whole self right now. But I'm creating a safe place for you to be with your whole self. And maybe you're not ready to be with your whole self all the time, but that's why I'm giving you a little practice run. Yeah, a little practice run. So we're gonna take some deep breaths, and I know that seems kind of vague, generic, and like maybe you've done it a million times because we always breathe, but it's important because we want to change our body state from active to resting, and breathing is a really easy way to do that. Some slow, deep breathing, the kind that is comfortable for you, but it really changes your state. And if you have done breath work before, you know what I'm talking about because you can feel the difference. So I'm not gonna make this too redundant. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a focus to make this kind of a different thing. So what I'm gonna ask you is not to breathe to a count or anything, but we're gonna take a deep breath together a couple times, and you're going to inhale. I'm gonna light this lighter. It's gonna have a little flame, and then we're going to pause and blow out the flame together. Blow out the flame together. You can do this with an actual candle if you want to, or a straw is also good if you want to. And then through the straw is also a good way to do this. So that's good. Take a deep inhale to your comfort level and hold your breath. And when you're ready, just exhale that breath out. Let's do this a little more. I'm sorry if the flame doesn't match up with your rhythm. I have some very deep breathing. I've just breathed very slowly, so I'll try to do it a little quicker. And hold it. And hold it. And exhale. And when you exhale, you really want to get all of that breath out, all of it. All of it out, all of it out, really. Get it out. That's kind of a cleansing breath if you like to do that too. Just like really exhale. And get it out. Get your diaphragm involved. Get your diaphragm involved. Well. Now here we are in some state of relaxation, and you are welcome to maybe do a quick body check-in, see how your body's feeling. Just bring your attention to your feet, and then kind of walk your attention up till you get to your head, kind of seeing what's up with your body, or maybe with your emotions if there's something going on. This isn't like a process to solve anything. We just kind of want to know what's up, get those updates from our self that sometimes we can't get if we're too distracted or if we're too focused on doing some other things. So or if you'd like, you can just sit and relax. You don't have to go investigating. If your comfort level is really just to set your intention that, you know what, I'm gonna be with myself right now. And if that's all you want to do, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you are finding that anything you've come across, if you've come across anything that is upsetting or kind of difficult to sit with, I would see if you can simply acknowledge it, tell that thought or that feeling like, hey, I do see you, I know you're there, and I see that you're there, and I acknowledge that you are there. I'm not ignoring you, I'm not pushing you to the side, and I see you, I see you. You may or may not be ready to engage with this feeling. If you are, you can be kind of curious about it. If you're not, you can just say, hey, I see you, but I'm not going to interact with you right now. I'm not going to interact with you, but I will be with you. I will simply be with you right now. And if you're not feeling anything uncomfortable, excellent. I hope that these triggers are very soothing and relaxing, as well as this kind of soft-spoken way of talking instead of the close-up whisper. You let me know what is more preferable, or I'll make a mix. Either way. I'll make a mix. I saw ephemeral rift shaking a pickle jar full of water. I have to cut all that out because I can't let you guys be in my neighbor's business, you know what I mean? I can't let you guys be in my neighbor's business, so I have to cut that whole part out. But ephemeral rift was shaking a pickle jar, much like this pickle jar, at the camera, shaking a pickle jar at the camera, and I thought that was so relaxing. That was so relaxing. He kind of did it like to cleanse you before a ritual of some kind, but I'm not trying to cleanse you or take out relationship do you want to have to these parts of yourself? What kind of relationship? What kind of relationship? When I did my yoga teacher training, I was very uncomfortable with my forearms because they reminded me of something bad that had happened, something that I had a lot of intrusive thoughts about. Something bad that had happened, and my forearms really reminded me of them for some reason. And for a long time, when my yoga teacher, my mentor, did this exercise, I would just say hi to those feelings. I would just say hi to my forearms, and I would say, we can't be friends. Because it was too much. It was too much for me. And that's okay if you have something like that. It's okay to keep it at a distance. I said it's too much for me. I said we can be acquaintances right now. We can be acquaintances, but I can't be your friend. So you can have things like that, where maybe over time you change the relationship, or maybe you just realize, you know what, there's that thing within me for whatever reason, whether it be a trait I have, a personality trait, or maybe something I did, a memory, or maybe it's intrusive thoughts and it's in you, but maybe you just say, you know what, it's here, but I don't need to get really close to it. I don't need to get close to it to be with it and to accept myself, because I deserve acceptance. Even with these parts of me I may not like. That may be really hard to live with. That maybe I'm pushing away in the daytime because it's too difficult to think about. Too difficult to accept all the time. But that's why I'm giving you an opportunity to try and work on it. And you can do what you want. This is just an offering. You don't have to do any of this. You can just be here for the triggers if that's you. Be here for the triggers and for the lights. Be here for my pretty smile. That's okay. But this is just an offering to you if you would like to practice this. Just to help you stay here with yourself. I'm gonna shine a light in the box. And don't let your eyes go wandering outside the box, because that's gonna mess up my whole point in metaphor. It's gonna mess up my whole point in metaphor. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that at all. But sorry, I'll be so serious. Okay? See the light? See the light peeking out? Just the rays and not the source. Rays and not the source. Very much like parts of you can be rays and not the source of you. Not the source of you. But they're still part of the light. Peek out. And can you follow it across the screen? It's imagine you can. It's pretty bright. It's pretty bright, not gonna lie. I don't have a pen light. I only have a tiny flashlight with tape on it. With tape on it. There we go. There we go. And pulling back your attention. I'm gonna grab your attention and then pull it back. This is how we're kind of dealing with these thoughts or these parts we don't like. They're big and in your face, but we can still pull them back, make them smaller and more distant, so that we can exist in a bigger frame with them, but it's not blocking us. It's not blocking us. Yes, there we go. Now, I'd like you to follow the lens flare, because I always get one and I think that's fun. Yeah, there we go. You can find it. You can follow the lens flare. Follow the lens flare as it disappears, as it disappears. Excellent, excellent. Such a good job, such a good job. Alright, I'm gonna give you a couple of things to choose. Easy choices. Easy choices for you to make. Easy choices for you to make. Because you have autonomy. Okay, you have autonomy. And you can make choices. Even with parts of yourself around that you may not like, you still have autonomy and you can make your own choices. I have these little cards that have some pictures on them, but we're gonna make some choices. We're gonna make some choices because you have the power to choose. You have the power to choose. No matter what has happened to you, you have the power to make choices. Okay? And we want to make you feel more safe, and in a safe environment, you have the power to make choices. So, I'm going to ask you, which one of these pictures do you like better? Which one of these animals do you like better? Do you like the butterfly, the butterfly, the butterfly? Or do you like the ant, the bug? I don't know what, I think this is an ant, but like a special kind of ant. The bug, the bug, the bug, the bug, the butterfly. Pick one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you've made your choice. Good job. I know it's hard to make choices. Sometimes it's very scary. And sometimes it seems arbitrary. And sometimes it is. But it's nice to make choices. It's nice to make choices. Alright, to be empowered with choices. Alright, we have a bird, a chickadee. I don't know if it's a chickadee. Is it a chickadee? It's some kind of songbird, maybe. I don't know. I'm not that educated about songbirds. A chickadee and a strawberry. A strawberry. Strawberry. A strawberry. A strawberry. A strawberry. Chickadee and a strawberry. Okay, pick one. Pick one of these. Pick one. Doesn't have to be your favorite. Doesn't have to mean anything. Just choose one of these pictures. Make a choice. Make a choice. Good, good, good. And our last set of pictures to make choices from. Our choices, our choices, our choices. A frog, a frog, a frog. And a puffin. I would imagine, I think this is a puffin. I think this is a puffin. A puffin, a puffin, a puffin. And a frog, a frog, a frog. A frog and a puffin. A frog You made choices. That's excellent. That's excellent. You made choices in the presence of your full self, okay? You made choices in the presence of your full self, and that is hard to do. That is hard to do sometimes. So I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you. Good job, good job, good job. Now, we're going to end this time together. So you would like to say one last thing to yourself. Now would be a good time to do that. A good time to do that. A good time to do that. Of course, if you're keeping something at a distance, you can just do a little wave, say, hey, I'm gonna say goodbye to you now, but maybe at a different time, I'll spend more time with you. But for now, it's farewell, 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 farewell. Alright, so in the same way that I started it, because I would like to give it that sense of closure, of finality, of things coming back around, things coming back around. I would like to say, I forgot what I was doing. Say, okay, I don't know if you're going to bed or if you're just relaxing, but I hope that this was helpful to you,